Hey, thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. Just in case you're joining me for the very first time, this is Brian Glaze Gibbs, your host, and I'm doing a live. I got a special guest. I got no other than Sonny Blaco. Sonny Blaco, man, how you doing, my brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Everything's love and everything is well. Thank you for inviting me out here today. It's a pleasure.
Hey, bro, that's what it's all about, man. The difference right now is how do we get together? How do we build together? How do we take it to the next level? How do we take it to how do we take it to the next level? You know, and to me, what I like is anytime you got brothers that can get together and build, not just build, but build the right way. A lot of times right now is when we sit back and you think about it, it's like, why do when brothers get together or they get on these social media, it's so much of self-hate, man. It's like, why can't we get together and put all that BS behind us? Because once again, if we build together, do you know how much power or how powerful we can be by building together?
Unstoppable. And we just showed that. We just put that into existence no more than 30 or 40 minutes ago. It's the power. If you talk about it, speak it into existence. My man sitting right next beside me right now. We had a conversation. He told me what he wanted to do. And he spoke it into existence. And we just went out there and accomplished that. Speak it into existence, people. There's nothing wrong with helping people that's willing to help themselves. They might not be in position to help themselves, but they willing to help themselves. So if you could give that helping hand, give that helping hand. And that's what Mr. Glaze did today.
And you know what? The difference is right now, when I look at it, man, I sit back and think about it. Okay, cool. When you got better understanding, and to me, people don't understand, when you got knowledge or you got life experience, and I feel everything I've been through, that's my life experience.
That's your testimony.
You know, I'm talking about, that's it. Like everything I've been through, hell and back. From growing up in this dope concrete jungle, you know, back and forth from Rikers Island, hitting no penitentiary in the mountains, doing fed time, you know, out there picking up the brick, throwing at the prison wall for absolutely nothing. And the difference is right now, what did we accomplish? And the people that we was going against, the people that was poisoning us, guess what? They look like you and I.
Just like
they look like you and I. So what the heck did we accomplish?
Hurting our own community. But now it's time to do the right thing for the community. You understand? Almost the same walk. Y'all have to understand, people, whoever's watching this right here. Now, let me get real with this. I watched this man coming up. I'm from Brownsville. He's from East New York. They were legends coming up. I wanted to be just like Eminem. I wanted to be just like A-Team. I wanted to be just like a few other legends that ran through Brooklyn. You understand? And I followed their lead. And following their lead, look what it ended me up at. I did 4 years Fed. I did 2 years state. I didn't grow up and want to have 3 baby mothers with 4 kids. Everybody wanted to have that one woman, get married, the nice life. But life happens. But now he doing something positive. And where I'm at, I'm right here taking this lead again. I'm doing something positive for the people. We all could change, baby.
And you know what I like about that, Sonny? Look what you just say right now is, you know, like you say, you looked it up to me. And the difference is right now, like I try to explain to people, I listen to a lot of people. I had a crew. I'm saying, follow me all for the wrong reason. And the difference is right now, don't get me wrong, it took me a while. Even when I was out there, in the game, making that fast money, doing the things that I was doing, you know what? Here it is, you know from your self-conscious, oh man, this is wrong. And I knew, but yet and still right now, we went through all type of trial and tribulation. We went through being traumatized and getting caught up into that world, having mental health issue.
That's a fact.
But even right now, by losing it, but when you get and you understand who you are, what you are, like I said, I had people follow me all for the wrong reason. Now, being that I'm here today, I want people to follow me, not follow me, but right now, being with me all for the right reason.
Yeah, it's like taking, it's nothing wrong with taking a page and adapting it into your own book. We read many books out here. Look at life and look at people as a book. You could look at people as a book and read that chapter or read that book and take that page and instill it into your life. As I said before, Eminem had a hell of a book out there in the late 80s and mid 80s and early 90s. They had a hell of a book. And I read that book front to back in totality. And it kind of made me the person I am. You understand me? But there's nothing wrong with looking at Glaze's book now. The chapters he's showing you now. The life he's showing you now. And right now, what I'm doing, I'm taking a page from that book as well. We out here feeding the homeless. We out here helping people. Everybody talking about a milk crate challenge. Let's get that help people challenge out there. That's what the time is right now. That's what the climate is right now. That's what the temperature is right now. The temperature ain't about negativity. The climate not about negativity. It's all about the positive and the right thing. Let's make that happen, good people.
I like that, man, because you know what that remind me of? That remind me of that movie, Do It Right. You know what it say? What's
right
right?
thing.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing, but do the right thing the first time, man. Like he say, you know what, we was talking about, you know what, and I came up with the idea, you know what, man, listen, man, it's a time to be given. It's a time to be thankful. Normally during a holiday, I get depressed, man. I get so down and depressed. Why I get depressed? Because I miss 15 Thanksgiving. I miss 15 birthday. I miss 15 Christmas, 15 New Year's. And what people don't understand, I lost my queen. I lost my mother, who's my father, my mother, my father, my big sister, my best friend, my
R.I.P.
number one
Mama Love.
supporter. When I lost her, that's changed. So when the holiday come around, you know what? I can take it, I can leave it. And sometimes what happened is the holiday sometimes tap me on the shoulder. That word depression, I'm here, I'm back. Well, you know what I did? This year, I was going, man, I'm not doing nothing. My sister family come here, do this, do this, do this. And you know, I wasn't going to do nothing. I was going to sit and have a pity party. I was going to let myself, sorrow. I was going to beat up myself with self-pity, being down, being depressed, letting depressed beat the living daylight out of me, lay in my bed all day, do nothing. But you know what? I said, nah, I'm not going to do that.
They call that
I'm not going to do that. You know what I did? I got up and went and spent Thanksgiving with my dad. And that's the first Thanksgiving that me and him ever spent together that I can recall.
Here's the funny thing, the ironic thing about it. I had hit him like, yo, Glaze, you want to come through for the holidays? Come through. We right here, baby boy. He hit me up, nah, I'm going to see Pops, man. I'm going to see Pops, man. That you got to respect that. You got to love that, man. First Thanksgiving, he said he spent with his Pops. Because of the lifestyle he chose to live in and all that. Because of the places he ended up in and all that. You understand me? It's a grown man. I'm 48, so we ain't going to tell Glaze age, but I'm 48. He already tell you he 90. I'm 48, and I told you I looked up to him. And this man said this the first Thanksgiving he spent with his Pops. You got to respect that, man.
And it's never too late, man. It's never too late. And the difference is right now, people don't understand right now, man. Like I say, when you grow up too fast, and that's what happened to me. I grew up extremely too fast. I grew up extremely too fast. Wanting to be down, wanting to be cool, wanting to be part of what? Fall in love with the street, light, camera, action, all for the wrong reason, man.
That's because we got caught up in something. And my generation, and this is what I really want to speak on. My generation may be the worst receivers of this. See, we grew up in that world where we got the word real messed up, real messed up. I don't want to say the word, but we got that messed up. You understand me? We was taught that if you bust your gun or if you do this or do that, you were real Watch this, man. If you a schoolboy and you stay in your lane, you a real If you're a working man and you stay in your lane, you're a real It don't take to do this, bust your gun or go up to Rikers or go up north or go do a Fed bid like me, go do 2 different state bids. It don't take that to be a real Be who you are. That's what makes you the real man and the real
Look what you say, being real. And see, look, how long it took us to be able to look ourselves in the mirror, look ourselves in the eye, and understand what being real is. How can I be real with you if I can't be real with me? And that's what people do not understand. We so busy worrying about, like you say, you was following me. So if you was following me, who the heck was I following? I was following the Shabay, the OG Shabay. I was following like, Devon Price, Rasta T. I was following, my man, Bo. I was following Jippo. I was following, Moochie. I was following so many different individuals. My man, Tall Paul. May they so rest in peace. So many different individuals that was out there. I was following them all for the wrong reason. But when you sit back and you look at it, guess what? We have to learn and understand, you know what? We was wrong. And anytime you can hold yourself accountable and admit that you are wrong, what we need to do to change. How do we use my ministry, my past experience, your past life experience, and put it out there? Because without no test, there's no testimony. How do we utilize our bad experience? We was test dummy.
Crash dummies.
Crash dummy.
Yes, sir.
I used to play Grand Theft Auto with my life. You used to play Grand Theft Auto with your life. Look at us now.
Yes, sir.
Look at you now. You look good.
And you look good.
Come on, man.
We here together, too. Yeah,
when you look good, you feel good, you do good. And that's the difference. But the key is right now is, even though I tell people I take medicine every day, man, from a psychological standpoint, because right now I was touched. I had problems. I know I had problems. But the difference is right now, I look at myself now. I look at where I'm at. I look at what I overcome. And it's only because of the grace of God that we are sitting here now, man to man, having a civilized conversation. It's no gun. It's no negative.
Grace of God, and along with that, what he instilled in you, determination. If you don't have no determination, no ambition, no drive, you go forever be stuck. And I say that to say this. I'm a convicted felon 3 times over. I'm sitting next to a convicted felon. You understand me? But we right now we working men. So I don't want to hear no excuse, so I can't get no job. I'm a convicted felon, I can't do this. And we not in no BS positions. I'm the boss on my job. He the boss on his job. He in a hot position on his job. Yet who you are. We was just using that talent for the wrong thing. In his crew, he was the boss. In my crew, I was the boss. But we was using that negative thinking for the wrong thing. Now look, right now, 2021. At his job, he the supervisor. At my job, I'm the foreman. We still got that boss mentality. You just got to use it for the right thing, good people.
And listen, folks, it's all about not how you start. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. When you sit back and you think about it, I wasted like 15 years out of my life I cannot get back.
6 for me.
6 years. And people don't understand that, man. When you going through those hellholes, are you picking up the brick, throwing at that prison wall for absolutely nothing? You know, and when you sit back and you look at it and you get that opportunity, you know how many opportunities I got? I got chances after chances after chances after chances. And the difference is, I always say to myself, if my mother would have left me there that first time and let that situation be so painful, if she didn't get me out, didn't get me a lawyer, you know what? You made your bed, now you gotta lay in it. Guess what? Probably that first time, my situation would have been so painful, I would have learned the first time not to go backwards. But yet and still know, the faster you get in, the faster you get out, you don't learn nothing. It took years. It took pain. It took suffering. It took an understanding to understand I am better than that.
It took late nights crying in that cell with your head in your pillow so your bunkmate can't hear you. So your cellie can't hear you. You got to put your head in your pillow and think about all the shit that ended you up in the position you in right now. For you, by your doing, not by nobody else doing, by our own doing. Gotta think about that.
And people don't understand, man. When there's no pain, there's no gain. We used to say that in the yard. When you're working out, no pain, no gain. When you lifting weight, come on,
pain, no
pump,
gain.
come on, give me 5 more, 5 more. No pain, no gain. But the difference is that go deeper than that, folks. Sometime right now, you have to go to pain to change. When I lost my mother being there, guess what? Oh, man, reality slapped me in my face. Because once again, when I was out there indirectly, directly, you know what I'm saying, destroying life, you know what I'm saying, giving order, you know, pulling triggers for what? And the difference is, it didn't hit me. It couldn't hit me because it wasn't affecting me. But then again, when I lost my mother and I was able to relate, whoa, how I felt, then I can imagine the pain and suffering that I inflicted upon the victim and their family. And that type of pain, when you got some type of awareness and knowledge, you don't wish on your worst enemy, man. And that's the difference. That's what we got to understand right now is, guess what? It's not how you start. It's how you finish. It's not right now raising your hand. You know what? I got problems. I need help. I need help. And that's why I'm here today. Because if I didn't get no help, I couldn't be here. I would still be a silly, dilly, low life, you know what I'm saying, criminal.
Then you gotta look at, you thinking for right then, but you ain't thinking for the future. Like I said, my son was my middle son. My second oldest son was born in February. I was locked up in June. You understand me? Estranged relationships with your kids. Because you've been away for so long, you really ain't raised them. You ain't watched them coming up. You know what I mean? It's situations like that I want my youngest to think about, man. Think about that right there, man. The positions you putting yourself in. Think about how many of even your own father may have been like me. You was a little kid, he got locked up. You ain't seen him in 10, 15, 20 years or whatever. We got to think about the strain that we putting on our family, the strain that we putting on ourselves, the strain that we putting on our loved ones, especially our kids, man.
Okay. Sonny, let me ask you a question, man. Okay, I'm actually on a question. I want an honest response.
My word is my bond.
What would a 48-year-old Sonny tell that 15, 16-year-old Sonny?
48-year-old Sonny would tell that 15-year-old Sonny, hey, yo, stay in Jefferson. Or I'm with the Wingate, too. Stay in Wingate. Go to school. Don't worry about these streets. Yeah, Glaze look good. Yeah, that little box BMW he driving and all that look good. Them Fila suits he look good. But you go get yours in due time if you take the proper steps. And the proper steps not go end you up where you ended up at. That's what I would tell myself now. I would tell myself, don't rush nothing. Don't rush nothing. Now let me explain why I say that. Because in our era and the era before me, we were men at a young age. 12, 13, 14, 15 years old, we doing real life man stuff. You know what I mean? I had my own apartment. I'm from Flatbush. I moved to Brownsville and caught my own apartment out there at 15, 16 years old, doing grown man stuff. So I would tell the generation right now, don't rush nothing, man. If you a kid, stay a kid. Cause when they tell you to be an adult, this adult thing and all it's cracked up to be, baby. Don't rush nothing. Live your life.
Hey, you know what? I like that, man. I like that. And you know what? You know what I think? I know what I would tell myself, man. I would tell myself, okay, the 14, the 15, the 16, the 17, the 18, the 19, the 20, the 21, the 22, the 23, the 24-year-old Glaze. I would tell them, listen, man, it's not worth it. The bottom line is, guess what? You are better than what you think you are. You don't have to take no shortcut. There's no shortcut in life. Only thing come fast is trouble. Easy to get into and hard to get out. And the difference is when you know better, you're supposed to do better. I was a church boy. I done sung in the singing choir. Used to be on the usher board. I done did all that. But yet and still, regardless of what, I went astray. I became like that lost sheep because you know why? I want to be down. I want to be cool. I want to get out there and I want to have the latest clothes.
The girls.
You know
Attention
what I'm saying? The difference is right now, people growing up in a household with your brother and your sister, your family or whatever. You know, right now, guess what? We was in poor, but we was in middle. We was all right. We always had food on our table. We already had a roof over our head. But the difference is right now, everything about New York City and most of these urban environments is about fashion. So the difference is, you can't go to school with one leads.
I need that quarter fill.
Or one, you know what I'm saying? Like me and my brother. Like I said right now, we used to change clothes. We used to wear each other's drawers. We used to wear just shoes, sneakers, jewelry, you name it. We did all that stuff. Because guess what? You know what? If it's there, you're going to wear it. And people do not understand what we was doing. But yet and still regardless, I used to get mad at him. Yo, man, I bought those shoes. I bought my Pumas. I bought my Adidas. And you run them over. I used to hate that.
Got the wild foot,
but yeah, exactly. I got to now you. But see, the difference, that's what happened. But what I'm trying to say right now, when you sit back and you think about now, you know what? Later for that. All that stuff is materialistic things. Guess what? Nothing lasts forever.
And then you're doing it for the wrong reason. In our era, it was the quarter fills and the British Walkers and the Bally's and all that.
Playboy.
Nowadays, the Gucci's and the Balenciaga and all that. Listen, if you really want that, it's gonna come to you if you do the right thing. If you out there doing the wrong thing to get all this material stuff, it's gonna go quick. You understand me? You're not gonna have nothing to fall back on. Then you gonna be behind that G-wall wondering where my friends at, where my hood at,
friends,
where my homies at,
friends,
where my lady at. Come on, man.
How do you want a woman to be dedicated and faithful to you when you wasn't dedicated and faithful for them?
Dig that shit.
And people do not understand that, man. But the biggest message to me right now is, guess what? You can get all that things. I think about two individuals that retire. My man Brad, saying? Shout out to my man Brad and my man Derek. Shout out. You know what? I asked him, man, yo, why you never got caught up into crime? Brad retired as a correction officer, okay? Say my man Derek retired as a Con Edison guy. And I asked him, why y'all never got caught up into that? You know what both of them told me? They told me because of their father. They was more afraid, petrified of their father than they was of the cop.
In the streets.
They didn't care nothing about that. So the difference is, Brad told me an interesting story. He said, man, one time he was hanging out. Brad done hung out with a little bit of everybody. He said he was hanging out, and he's supposed to be in the house at a certain time, and he passed curfew. And he said right now, when he got up in the house, snuck up in, dad came up on him, and he said when his dad came up on him, he said his dad knocked him cold out. Boom! He said when he woke up in the wee hours in the morning, he's out cold. He woke up and dragged himself to bed. And right now is, guess what? He said later on that day, his dad, hey boy, you ain't going outside? He said, he looked at his dad. Is this a setup? He said, nah, go outside, man. He said he went outside. But he said, you know what? I bet you I was back in time before that curfew. And he said, you know what? That taught me. And like Derek told me, he said, I had the opportunity to be out there. You know what? But my mom was telling me. He said, my mom's telling me, nah, son, you only making $5,000, $6,000 an hour. It will be worth it in the end. And you know what? It's like he say, he retired. Those brothers retired, got their stuff together, getting their pension, got their hustle on, got property, they got their 401k,
See,
they got
it
their
right
pension,
there.
they doing it right. Shout out to Bullet Gotti, man.
See,
Shout out
that's
to
it right
Bullet
there.
Gotti.
Yeah, listen, that's a fact. All of us who used to clown the schoolboy, or used to clown the church boy who did the things right and went home, went to school, came home, didn't get in no trouble. We used to clown him, we used to talk mad trash about him. But if you look at it in the long run, they end up doing 10 times better than we ever did. Mm-hmm. They ain't catch no prison time.
Because they didn't take shortcut.
You understand? They bank account look good right now. They 401k look good right now. Everybody not gonna be the big dope boy. Everybody not gonna be BMF Meech. Everybody not gonna be this cat and that cat. Half of us or most of us barely go make it. So why are we taking those chances if we barely go make it? Then we thought we was cool. So the kids that we clowned and joked on and Jones on while we was coming up, they looking at us now like, oh, you was the dumb one. Look where you at now and look where I'm at.
But you know what? Here it is. We too busy. We want to go to Delancey Street.
Dig it.
We want to go to Pickens Avenue.
Dig
we want to
it.
go shopping.
Dig
we
it.
want to go to AJ Lake to Leicester.
Dig it.
Why?
Albee Square and all
come
that.
on. We
Dig
want to
it.
get all that stuff. We want to be down for the girls. Girls. But the difference is right now is what do we got?
Nothing.
What do we got now? You know what? You know what we got?
Hardship.
Now? Come on, man.
A lifetime stories of hardship, trials, and tribulations, and we right now getting not right now. We've been we've been on this journey, but you don't want to be in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s on just now trying to get your journey to going the right way. If we had done what we were supposed to do, our journey would have been established years ago. We've been doing it the right way years ago. Listen, I know y'all youngins think, oh, these two cats is old heads. Y'all really don't want to hear us. Y'all really think we out of date. Let me tell you something to every young cat out there. You gonna be old one day if you live to be that long. And there's nothing new under the sun. The only thing new is technology. The same things y'all going through now, doing this and wilding out in the hood, we went through that same stuff in the 70s and the 80s and all that. Nothing's new under the sun. So let me tell you, if you don't straighten up, you're going to be sitting next to somebody 30 years from now like, yeah, I did 4 years fed, I did 2 state, and I didn't do it the right way.
Guess what? Like you say, even when you say in jail, you know what I think about that? In jail, without the bail. In jail because you failed. The fat boy, in jail. In jail. What's cool about jail, man?
Nothing.
What's cool about right now is, man...
And we thought it was a trial of passage back then. In our day, we couldn't wait to get the Rikers.
No, not you. I wasn't with that. I watched guys. I remember my man Blaco, James Butler, came home. And right now, Blaco looked like a Greek god. He came from doing, 2 bullets on a C-76. Blaco, infinitely black. You know what I'm saying? He was nice with his hand and shape. He looked like a Greek god. And right now, he's talking to us, telling us all this war story. We on Cypress Bench, listen to him, whatever. And I'm hearing some of the brothers saying, I can't wait to go to jail I can get big. I can't wait to go to jail. Can I get big?
So you want to go to jail just to get a 6-pack? It's worth CEOs talking greasy to you. It's worth you having beef with that person because of this hood or that hood, because of this nationality and that nationality, just to get a 6-pack? Nah, man, you better stay home, man. Get your mind right, man.
Get your education, man.
Word.
That's why I say it's easy to do the wrong thing. It's hard to do the right thing. But those are the working guys that never got caught up into it. The working girls, young ladies that never got caught up into it. Right now, my hat's off to y'all, because y'all the hero. Y'all the real leaders. Y'all the real leaders. And the difference right now is that's my challenge to each and everybody right now is doing this season, man, and going forward, man. It's best to give than receive. Even right now, what we trying to do is give back knowledge, give back information, give back mishap, where we went wrong. Right now is we don't want you to play Grand Theft Auto with your life, man. Stop picking up that brick, throwing at that prison wall for nothing. Like I said, I got 15 years. If I would did another 5 years as a corrections officer, guess what?
I could retire.
I would have retired a long time ago and could have went on and did something else. You know, so the difference is what we was doing, picking up and destroying our life, man. Exactly. They could go to jail. Michelle, you're right. Hey, Muhammad, what's up, my brother? Thank you, man. Thank y'all for the love and support, man. Thank y'all for joining us. Because once again, like I say, me and his brother, we just been powwowing, man. What can we do to get back? How do we get back? Even right now, we're looking at Black Friday and what people doing. People are spending billions of dollars over these next few days. You know, Black Friday, Black Saturday, Black Sunday, or Cyber Monday. They're spending billions of dollars, ordering online, going shopping, buying all this materialistic, man-made things. But yet, in still regards to what? We got a hell of a problem. We got homeless throughout the United States, throughout the world, probably on Jupiter, Mars, Venus. We got world hunger throughout the world. Yet and still, everybody can participate with that milk crate challenge. They can get on these milk crate challenge, see if I can go across without busting my behind. Some of them broke their neck and went die. Some of them right now got paralyzed. Right now, some of them got hurt real bad. Guess what? Yet and still, everybody from every nationality, they can join forces for that nonsense. How can we join forces together as a whole? You know what I'm saying? Start giving back. Start helping out. And that's what we're trying to do. How do we get back?
This is my give back to the youth right here. Because I be talking about working and jobs all the time. There's no excuse. If you want to do it, you can do it. And a lot of the youth be telling me, I don't have no trade. I don't do this. I don't know this. I don't know that. Let me tell you something. If you can hug that block for 12, 13 hours a day, you can find the local Goodwill and go to the local Goodwill for 3-4 hours a night, 5 days a week. In 3 months, you got your certificate. You have a trade. You HVAC certified. You're electrical certified. You drywall certified. 3 months. You can't invest 3 to 4 months in yourself to make your life better. You'd rather hug the block all day than invest 3-4 months in yourself and get a trade and become an established person out here in this world, man.
Hey, Howell, shout out, man. Shout out, man. Shout out to everybody up here, man. But look what he's saying, man. That's the difference, man. We want to take shortcut, man. Only thing come fast and easy is like, you know, taking shortcut, man. You know, picking up that brick, man. We're better than that, man. We have to learn how to love each other. We have to learn to put these guns down. We have to learn to respect one another. You know what? We watched during the pandemic. We watched that officer put his knee on my man's neck and he choked out his neck. Janine, how you doing? And the difference is right now, we were so upset. But the difference, we've been doing this to ourselves. How can we expect somebody else to love us who we don't love ourselves, man?
Drug
like
money
right now,
don't
why
last,
can't look at this brother? You know what? I love you, brother.
Love
I
you
love
back,
you,
brother.
But the difference right
that's
now,
my OG right here. For those who don't know.
But the difference, what's so hard about that? Why we feel we gotta be macho, man? Why we feel, yo, man, what you looking at?
Hey, in the climate we living in right now, to all your loved ones, whether male or female, whether it's your homie, whether it's a family member, you need to tell them every day you love them. Because it ain't no telling if you're gonna make it back. You understand me? It's no telling if you're gonna make it back, man. Look at everybody and tell them, yo, I love you. You understand me? When you talk to your man, you ain't talk to him in about 3-4 months. Before you hang up that phone, hey, yo, look at me, I love you. Because they no telling when I'm gonna talk to you again. And that don't take nothing away from being a man. If anything, that makes you more of a man because you're not afraid to show who and what you are and how you feeling.
Hey, Block, Sonny, look at this, man. Like you say, here it is right now. Like Sonny told me, he was, you know, he watched me. A lot of people tell me that, you know, and the difference is right now is, folks, listen, be mindful. Watch those that are watching you. Watch those you think ain't watching, but are watching because they're watching you and they taking notes.
Taking notes
They
all
taking
day.
notes. I want to be like this guy. I want to do what they do. You know, we used to run around with bulletproof vests on. We used to run around with all type of Uzi and guns. You know, call ourselves protection. Protection for what? You know what? Protecting our property. Protecting our drug area. Protecting the drug gang. You know what I'm saying? No.
That's a fact.
The difference is right now, and everybody keep talking about going back to the hood. If you're not in that hood trying to put food on somebody's table or trying to help somebody with a light bill or something like that or try to uplift them, guess what? You shouldn't go back to the hood.
Me and my man was just outside. All y'all talking about the new word today for the youngest is, yo, we outside. We was just outside feeding the homeless, man. If you go be outside for a purpose. You dig?
Be outside for a purpose. And
Word
this is
is
only
bond.
beginning. Like
Word is
everybody
bond.
keeps saying, you know what I asked earlier? I be asking people, you down with OPP?
huh?
Yeah, you know me. You down with OPP? That was a hit. Naughty by Nature asked that question. You down with OPP? Right now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to start a moment. A
Down with
movement.
who?
You down with BGG?
BGG.
You down with BGG?
We trying to help
You down
the
with
people.
BGG? So the difference right now is if somebody get down with me or we get down together, I want to be down for a purpose, man. A reason for the season, man. I want to make sure right now it's best to give than receive, man. How do we get back, man? The difference is we are no different than these people that's out there homeless, that the people that's hungry. They could have been top executive, making 6 and 7 figures. Now you walk around to any city and you see people's homeless What can we do about that?
Tent
I
City-
can't do it by myself.
Tent City used to just be in California. It's damn near a tent city in every city now. You got people living in tents on the street, man. If you go be outside, once again, let's be outside for the right reason, man. Let's get back to the people. You understand me? Not those that don't want to help themselves, because you can't do nothing for a person that don't want to help themselves. But if they willing to help themselves, give them that extra boost, man. Everybody need, yo, listen, we got a battery pack in our back for the wrong reason back in the day. Let's put a battery pack in our back for the right stuff. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, and listen, man, like I said right now, that's what it's all about, man. Like I try to tell people right now, earlier I was doing a live when we was actually in motion, giving back or whatever, and you got other people with these platforms and they want to be all negative or whatever. You know what? I'm not trying to be selfish, man, because I've never been selfish. It's always best to give than receive. Less. I challenge all these individuals that's out there, got these huge platforms, man. Give back, man. You know what I'm saying? Give back. You know, go around, man. My next challenge right now is continue to give out food. You know what I'm saying? Come out on my time. Go in my pocket. You know, Sonny, same commitment. Go get blankets. Get comforters. Get coats, man. How do we get back, man? I'm going to get with my girl, Money Love, Renee Mitchell. Renee is part of, you know, she's part of the organization. You know what I'm saying right now, as far as like to help the homeless. And the difference is I want to be part of that. The same way I'm part of these, you know, saying prominent doctors, prominent businessman. You know, right now, how do we save life? How do we share the words, you know, about peroxide, a natural ingredient that people can use to stop high blood pressure, high cholesterol, high sugar, high weight, give you energy? How? How do we get back to help people the right way? That's the difference. What the sense you having a platform and only thing you want to get on a platform and belittle, disrespect one another? You know, inviting people to your private part, you know, acting all tough, whatever. That's not about nothing. The difference is right now, when you was a child, when I was a child, I thought as a child, I act as a child. But as a grown man, listen, man,
things, baby.
we got to put away all that nonsense. When you got people watching you on a platform and you always trying to belittle somebody, how you helping anybody? You not helping nobody, man. Like I said right now, I'm not here to judge anybody. You do you, I'ma do me. But as long as I know my heart, my mind, and my spirit, I'm doing what is right. I am no longer that sick individual that I once was from 14 to 24 being part of the problem. My new motto, you know what I'm saying, my new movement, the BGG movement, is help those. Give back. You know what I'm saying? Stop the nonsense. That's what I'm all about, man.
And what I'm about right now, I'm about let's take it back to back in the day when we used to say it took a village to raise one. It took a whole village to raise one. I could do something down the block. I might catch 3 or 4 butt cuttings before I get home. And them women did the right thing because they knew I was out of line. I was out of order. So they took care of me. And by the time I got home, they didn't talk to my moms and all that. My moms didn't even have to do nothing because I done got taken care of down the block.
Yeah.
Yo, it take a village to raise us, man. We need to get back to that, man. That's the problem now. You scared to say something when you see somebody out of line. Or you scared to say something when you see somebody doing something wrong because you scared of the reaction. If you go be a man, don't be scared of the reaction. It's your job to do your job.
Hey, folks, listen, man. What I want everybody to understand is this. I used to be out there fronting. You know what? I didn't have true identity for myself. I didn't love me. And the difference is right now is I used to get teased because of the size of my nose. Or, you know
My
what?
head.
Hey, look, and people just teasing you. That's why people get nose job, lip job. That's why you got people out there getting butt implant and breast implant. You know what?
Killing themselves at the
Nah,
end of
man,
the day.
later for that nonsense, man. Love you. Love you. Regardless of what. I don't care. Somebody, oh, you ugly. Or you don't use a plural when you speak. You don't speak properly. I don't care nothing about that. That's not going to silence me.
The message
I used to
still
silence
felt.
myself because I had a speech problem. I used to silence and beat up myself. I'm not doing that no more. Right now is, guess what? I ain't had no problem asking the girl, I like you. Do you like me? You know what I'm saying? Do you want to go to the next level?
Yeah,
yes
you
or
can
no?
put it
I
between-
didn't have no problem in doing that. So the difference
I
is,
used to like a little box.
come on, man.
You used to put a little check box.
Check box,
yeah,
yo,
you like me.
hey, I like you, you like me. You know what? Be real with people. In order to be honest with anybody else, we got to first attempt to be honest with ourselves, man.
Yeah. Hey, people, it's the challenge right now. This is the wave. If you go be outside, let's be outside for real,
With a
man.
purpose.
Let's get on that BGG time,
You down
man.
with BGG?
Let's be out here. If
You
you
down
be
with
outside,
BGG?
do it for a purpose, good
Do it
people.
for purpose, man. Do it from the heart, man. Hey, listen, folks. Peace, love, and prosperity, man. Hey, Sonny, man. Thank you. Hey, Sonny will be starting his platform real soon.
Look for that.
Hey, look for that. Like I said, right
OG
now.
Sonny Blaco, I got a story to tell.
And the difference is right now, guess what? We all got story to tell, man. But the difference is right now, if you're going to tell a story, make sure there's a powerful message behind it, man. And the difference is I don't mess with idiots. I don't mess with people that still got that negative energy. So the difference is right now, like I said right now, this brother got a lot of support right now. And guess what? I'm a fan. And right now, whatever I can do to help you, I'm saying, get to the next level, consider it done, man.
Thank you,
hey,
sir.
thank you for joining me.
Yes, sir.
Hey, thanks for helping out. And like I tell you right now, man, when you ready to rock and roll, guess what? I will be there, man.
Hey, it's the
I will be
Brooklyn
there
way.
to coach, counsel, train, mentor. And the difference is right now, I don't give a damn if your platform want to be better than mine. You know why? Because once again, I'm doing it from the heart.
Yes, sir.
And that's it.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
folks, listen, y'all have yourself a sensational evening, man. And right now is, man, don't forget, man, it's easy to do the wrong thing. It's hard to do the right thing. Get out there, man. You know what? Go out there, make some sandwich. Give it to the community. Give it to the homeless, you know what I'm saying? Give it to people that's out there hungry.
Next time I hear somebody saying they outside, let me see what y'all outside doing for real.
Yo. Hey, listen, y'all. Peace, love, and prosperity. And like I tell you right now, man, listen, I love y'all guys.
Peace.
All right. Peace. One love.